All right, so the past couple of days, as I look through YouTube, certain resources, I keep seeing this reoccurring thing that Lexi Hull is unhappy playing for the Fever. Now I don't know if it's a true narrative or not. I don't know if it's people are trying to get clicks or views or likes or whatever. I'm not sure what it is. There is a possibility that she doesn't come back and play for the Fever. But let me go down just for a second and piss some people off because I know they will get pissed off. Me watching the Fever all year, every game. Now, if you look back and think about it, Lexi Hull was come off the bench. She wasn't a starter. She was only became a starter when everybody and their mama decided to get hurt and couldn't play. You know what I mean? That's how she became a starter in the role that she played leading into the playoffs, in the playoffs, and so forth and so on. Lexi Hull played 10 times 1,000 better when Caitlin Clark was running point. Look at the games. Don't take my word for it. Watch the games. You can watch them over. You can go on YouTube and watch the highlights for every game in the WNBA for 2025. And you can go ahead and watch every single one of those. And I'm telling you, when she come off the bench and she played with Caitlin Clark on the court, she played better than she did without her on the court. The problem I have with Lexi Hull is that she's not consistent. She comes out and sometimes she's pretty consistent when it comes to defense. I give her that. But you know what? A lot of times you need a scorer. And when you don't have your certain players that score for you consistently, you have to step up and score. Now, there was times when Lexi Hull would score and she'd score over 20 points and everybody be like, oh, look at her and she's doing great. And I'd agree. She did great. But there was times when Lexi Hull couldn't hit shit. She couldn't score a point to save her life. She was hot and cold when it come to scoring. Now, she was pretty consistent defensively. I agree. But I can tell you she has a battery in her back that makes her go constantly. Now, any team out there in the WNBA would want a player like that. And, there's going to be teams out there that's going to offer her more money to come play for them than the Fever is. The question is Lexi Hull going to say, you know what? I want to stay where I'm at because I have Caitlin Clark on my team and certain other players that I know that we have a chance to win a WNBA championship. Or is she going to take the money and run? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because of all the stuff that I've come across and listened to, that there's some type of conflict between her and Stephanie White. Between her and the locker room talk in the locker room. Now, I don't know. I would like to see Lexi Hull come back and play for the Fever. But here's my thing. This is the way I see it. There's 3 players right now that I can say that is the heart and soul of the Fever. That is Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and right now, Kelsey Mitchell. The Energizer Bunny, as a starter, is Sophie Cunningham. Truth be told, Lexi Hull was a bench player. She'd come off the bench, fill in for certain players, and stuff like that. So if she chases the money and goes play somewhere else, that's on her. Now, as a Fever fan, I would love to see her play for the Fever again, because we need someone off the bench that's ready to die to win. And that's the way I see her. She's willing to give her body up for a win. But if she leaves, I don't think that's going to be a death knell in the Fever. I really don't. That's just my opinion. And I'm sure some of you won't like my opinion. But I did watch all the games, and this is what I observed. And if you didn't come to the same conclusion, I'm not sure what games you're watching. So, anyway, my thought process on all the stuff I'm seeing about her leaving is I'd love for her to stay, because she's a great player off the bench. She's not a great starter, but she's a great player off the bench. But if they lose her, it's not going to hurt the Fever. That's how I feel about Lexi Hull right now. Anyway, that's my opinion. I don't know if you like it or not. It is what it is. Till next time, see ya.